Hello, my name is Katie Norris. I'm the founder and executive director of Hotels for Homeless. I created this program in March of 2020. The last person to my knowledge to freeze to death on our streets was an elderly man in December of 2020, just 3 hours before he was scheduled to check into one of our Hotels for Homeless hotel rooms. I demand that I am able to say that sentence again in a week. If one single person freezes to death on our streets or dies from injury or illness caused by lack of shelter during this week of winter weather, I will never forgive myself. I will never forgive you. I will never forgive this community for not preventing it. It is preventable. Responsibility is the ability to respond. This is the 7th day in a row that my phone starts blowing up at 7 a.m. and continues until the middle of the night with desperate pleas for help. I am sleeping in my broken down car. Don't know how long I'm going to last. 60 years old and fading fast. Please help. We have a family member whose tent collapsed on him, his girlfriend, and dog. They had to cut themselves out. Possible frostbite. An unhoused resident and her father are in desperate need of shelter as theirs have been destroyed. Can you please help? How can I get help? I am freezing in my car. I have pneumonia and a broken wrist. Been sleeping outside with my dog and need a warm place to recover. These are all messages from people I haven't even been able to start putting into rooms. For 2 days, we were able to keep over 40 people safely sheltered. By day 3, over 20 people had to check out back into the deadly single digits and over a foot of snow. New people are still checking in each day with frostbite, severe injuries, and illness. After a few days, outreach workers were finally able to reach an elderly man they know and love. But it was too late for his dog, who froze to death the night before in his tent right beside him. The 77-year-old man was rushed to the hotel, but is now in the hospital with severe injuries from the storm. We have people with COVID and the flu who are quarantining in our rooms to reduce the spread of those deadly viruses to others who are vulnerable in the shelters. As the shelters fill up quickly each night and start turning people away, I have been working tirelessly to find another emergency shelter option, a place to bring in 30 plus people each night to help them survive. Not forever, just until it's safe to be outside again. I will run the entire thing. I will pay for the entire thing. I just need a space with 4 walls and a roof to help keep all these people alive for a very short period of time so they can all continue to survive after the storm. Please, anyone, everyone, help me. Not a single one of these moms, dads, daughters, sons, grandmas, grandpas, the loves of people's lives, or their loyal, loving pets, deserves to die this week on our streets. And why? Why? Because our entire community and governing officials combined can't come up with a single location, a building, a safe space to offer shelter and safety to these people? I can't wrap my mind around it. I will gladly shelter them all at H4H. But the resources I have to do this are not cheap. That is, if you consider less than an average of $40 a night too expensive to save a life. But here's the thing. All of our regular donors and dozens of new ones have emptied their pockets and donated as much as they possibly can since this thing started. We need more resources. We need to raise more awareness, or we need another emergency shelter right now. I promise I will pay for any damages incurred at any property if that is what people are worried about. Because at hotels for homeless, we rarely incur damages charges. I believe this is because we treat people with respect and kindness. And so those who use our services treat our space with the same kindness and respect that they are given. One of the last messages I received from an elderly man living in his car today, when I sent my phone number offering help, he responded with the words, "I have decided to end my life. I am tired. Thank you." I haven't been able to reach him since. If I am lucky enough to talk to him again, I will tell him this. I am tired too. Not just from less than 3 hours of consecutive sleep in 7 days, but due to the lack of concern and active solutions to this very temporary, deadly situation. We more than have the solution to this problem. There are more than enough resources readily available right now to provide shelter to 30 more people temporarily until it is safe to go outside again. Why aren't we using them? Why aren't we doing something?